Have you ever had a wine that's had really good ratings? Gold medals, or wine critics have rated really highly. And you've had this wine and then you've been a little bit disappointed in it, like it wasn't what you expected. It's a fairly common thing to happen, and one reason, of course, is that we all taste in a different way, and that means we all have different flavours in our mouths, in our tongues. So we all taste things a little bit differently. But there's also one other factor to take into account, and that's temperature. Temperature can play a big part in how a wine tastes, and it will change the wine as well. So to help me pick a wine so I can drink it at the proper temperature, I often use this thermometer ring. You put this ring around the bottle and it will tell you the temperature of your wine, and which is along here. So a little number comes up to tell you what the temperature of the wine is. And there's also little sections that tells you which wines to drink at what temperature. But you'll have to get one to probably see it a bit better. But if I put that ring on this bottle now, let's have a look what comes up. I've got the ring around the bottle here, and we've had a pretty warm day here today. Like, I think it was in its 30s, so the house is probably in the high 20s. So this wine at room temperature is somewhere, in the vicinity of that range. So if you see along here, along the black strip, it's completely black and there's no numbers. That would be because it actually stops at 24. So this one would be above 24 degrees right now. This is a Bleasdale Bremmerview 2014 Shiraz. Let's have a taste of it. The first thing I'm getting here is lots of alcohol. Lots of plummy fruit. I mean, that is already telling me that this wine is too warm, because there's lots of vapours coming up through the glass. And on the palate it's quite warm, as you'd expect if it's above 24 degrees. And I think that's hiding the actual flavour of the wine, because I'm getting lots of boiled lolly type flavours mixed in with alcohol, so it's much like a sort of brandied rum pot type of flavour, which is not really what you would expect from a Shiraz from this area. In this case, what I tend to do is I will actually put the wine in the fridge. I put it in the fridge to get the temperature down, so I can get the proper flavours of the wine as it's designed for. Because red wine was designed to drink at around 18 to 20 degrees at cellar temperature, which is often confused and referred to as room temperature, but room temperature often is a bit higher, as it is today. So I'll put this wine in the fridge, let it chill down to somewhere between 18 and 20 degrees. I've got my ring that'll tell me when it's ready. So I'll go and do that now, and we'll see you a little later on. Okay, we're back. Now I've had my wine in the fridge for a little while, and I've put my thermometer on the bottle, and you can see here we've reached a temperature of around 18 to 20 degrees, so hopefully you can see that okay. (18 to 20 degrees). So let's give that another go. So look, on the nose, I can tell the difference straight away. I'm getting a fruity nose rather than an alcoholic hit of vapour. And on the palate, it's a bit cooler and more refreshing. I don't have that real boiled rum pot sort of flavour, and instead I'm getting Shiraz characteristics of red plums and spicy, minty sort of flavours, and the tannins are sort of lingering at the end as well. So I mean, it's a completely different wine. If you had the two side by side, the warm one and the cold one, you'd never pick it as the same wine. So I guess the moral of the story is, if you can drink your wine at the correct temperature, you will enjoy your wine a lot more. So here's cheers.